Welcome, ICP fans, to another episode of LOWDOWN for the Showdown. How are you guys? And that was definitely echoey because Missy's mic picked me up there, but it's all good. Welcome to Missy. How about you take this over? It's your show, presented by Missy Links. Everybody, Lowdown for the Showdown, season 3. Happy to be here. Go.
Yeah. Hello. Okay.
Honestly, I totally forgot how we ever introduced this last year, but we'll get back to the swing of things. But heck yeah, back again to save the day for so many, baby. Or Missy. Oh.
Yeah, I debated on whether or not we were going to do this this year again. I was on the fence and I was leaning towards not doing the Lowdown show this year. But then I got a tweet on Twitter wanting to know when the Lowdown show was coming out. So that threw me to doing the show since it was being asked for. So thank you, Ed, on Twitter.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you for, always really, what's the word? Really, I mean, like, we superbly like this, God, I am so much mouse right now. Doing this early in the morning before my flight to St. Pete, and if there's one part of the day that I am worthless, it is the morning. So this is gonna be fun for the first one, but we will get through it, right, baby? Or Missy? Oh my goodness, I curve that so well at night. During the morning, I'm so used to saying that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So how about I take over since it is the Lowdown for the Showdown presented by Missy Links. So
by all means, save my sinking ship over here.
So we are starting the 2018 season finally. So it is starting, as always, at the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg. So the hashtags for this for Twitter, if you want to follow there, will be hashtag FirestoneGP, hashtag St. Pete, as always, hashtag IndyCar, and hashtag IndyRivals. So again, just the basics: 1.8 mile track, 14 turn street course, incorporates streets of downtown St. Petersburg, and a section of the runway at Albert Whitted Airport. The track is a temporary street course, as we know. St. Petersburg has been the season opener since 2009, with the exception of 2010, when it was the second race of the year. That year, Sao Paulo was the opener. Lap record is still held by Will Power with a minute .2450 back in 2016. And so, getting started, 2013, you had 4 cautions with 29 laps for that. James Hinchcliffe was your winner that year, followed by Elio Castroneves, Marco Andretti, Tony Kanaan, Scott Dixon, Simona Di Silvestro, EJ Viso, Takuma Sato, Justin Wilson, and Alex Tagliani. Your average lap speed in 2013 was 83.539. In 2014, you had 2 cautions for 10 laps. Will Power was your winner that year, followed by Ryan Hunter-Reay, Elio Castroneves, Scott Dixon, Simon Pagenaud, Tony Kanaan, Takuma Sato, Justin Wilson, Joseph Newgarden, and Ryan Briscoe. Your average lap speed that year was 93.572. In 2015, you had 5 cautions for 22 laps. Juan Pablo Montoya was your winner that year, followed by Will Power, Tony Kanaan, Elio Castroneves, Simon Pagenaud, Sebastian Bourdais, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Jack Hawksworth, Luca Filippi, and Marco Andretti was your top 10 in 2015 with an average lap speed of 86.735. In 2016, you had 2 cautions for 16 laps. Juan Pablo Montoya was your winner again, back-to-backs that year, followed by Simon Pagenaud, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Elio Castroneves, Mikel Aloshin, Takuma Sato, Scott Dixon, Carlos Munoz, Tony Kanaan, and Charlie Kimball. Your average lap speed was 89.006. And finally, last year, 2017, you had 2 cautions with 8 laps. And as we remember, Sebastian Bourdais was your winner last year, followed by Simon Pagenaud, Scott Dixon, Ryan Hunter-Reay, Takuma Sato, Elio Castroneves, Marco Andretti, Joseph Newgarden, James Hinchcliffe, and Ed Jones to round out your top 10. And your average lap speed was 95.391 last year. So we have a lot of rookies this year. And just pulling out a couple of them that have raced at this track before, you have from Indy Lights in 2014, Zach Veach was your winner here. 2015, the only one that raced that's racing in this race was Jack Harvey. He came in second place both race 1 and race 2. In 2016, you had Zachary Clayman DeMello in this race here at St. Pete for Indy Lights. He was P11 in race 1 and P16 in race 2. Zach Veach also raced in 2016 because, as we know, he skipped the year in 15. He was P16 in race 1 and then P3 in race 2 in 16. And then last year, we had, again, Zachary Clayman DeMello. He finished P8 in race 1, and race 2 he finished P7. Then you also had Matthias Lace, who finished P15 in race 1 and P11 in race 2. And then your notable drivers, we have Scott Dixon. He has 13 starts here with 8 top 10s, 6 top 5s, 4 top 3s. Tony Kanaan also has 13 starts here with 11 top 10s, 8 top 5s, and 6 top 3s. Marco Andretti has 12 starts here, 4 top 10s, 2 top 5s, and 1 top 3. Ryan Hunter-Ray has 11 starts with 6 top 10s, 5 top 5s, and 4 top 3s. Graham Rahal has 10 starts here. He has 3 top 10s and 1 win here. Will Power has 9 starts here, 7 top 10s, 4 top 3s, and 2 wins here. Your expensive picks going down the lineup. Your most expensive is going to be Joseph Newgarden this year, as he rightly should be, since he's the reigning champ. He has, and he's at $31. He has 6 starts here and 2 top 10s is his what do you call it, lineup here, or not lineup, but
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
And then Will Power, he has well, I already said him. He's $30. Scott Dixon is $30.
Oh,
also.
I'm sorry. Okay, that's why you said that. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. Do you want to do the dollar amounts, then I'll do the percentages?
Well, no, I just want to get through this real fast.
Okay.
We'll go through them in a sec. I'm just throwing out I'm not doing all just expensive.
I'm sorry. Okay.
These are just the expensive picks.
Sorry,
so like
guys.
I said, Newgarden's $31, and like I said, he's got 6 starts, 2 top 10s. Will Power, we already mentioned, is at $30. Scott Dixon, I already mentioned his starts here, and he's $30. Simon Pagino, he's got 6 starts here, 5 top 10s, 4 top 5s, and 2 top 3s. He's $28. And as we already mentioned, Graham Rahal is also one of your expensive picks at $26, and I already mentioned his stats here. That's the word I was looking for with Joseph Newgarden, his stats here. 6 starts, 2 top 10s. And then your cheapie picks, there's quite a few of them. I just went from $14. There's 2 $14 guys. Jordan King will be racing here. Of course, as we know, no experience at St. Pete. Also $14, Jack Harvey. Like I said, he's got 3 starts here with Indy Lights. He's got 2 P2 finishes and 1 P3. $12 guys, there's 3 of them. You have Matthias Lace, who has, like I said, 2 starts here with Indy Lights, P15 and P11. Again, Zachary Clayman DeMello's got 4 starts with Indy Lights here, a P11, P16, P8, and P7. And then also Renee Binder is at 12 with no experience here at St. Pete. So that's your expensive and cheapies and your most notable guys. So you can go over the, what do you call it?
Okay.
Dollar amounts.
Yeah, it's the dollar amounts. Missy said the really expensive guys, Joseph Newgarden, 31. Will Power at 30. Scott Dixon at 30. Simon Pagino at 28. Graham Rahal, 26. Alexander Rossi, 25. Seabass, 23. Sato, 22. Runner Hunter Ray, 21. Hinch and TK are sharing 20. At 19, you got Marco. Sharing 18, you got Ed Jones. Canassi. Good luck, buddy. Max, chill, 19. You got Spigot at 17. Yeah, Kimball's 16. Don't worry about him. Don't pick him. And then you got Gabby, Zach, Robert Wickens, Jordan King, Jack Abby, Matthias Leist, or
Well,
Matt.
Gabby, Zach, and Wickens are all at 15, and King is starting
Oh,
at 14.
wow, they went lower than 15 this year.
Yes.
That's new. Okay, sorry guys. I didn't really expect that. Okay, so yeah, Zach and Wickens are the cutoff at 15, and then at 14 you got Jordan King, Jack Abby. Yeah, I got to see it again. Matt Least, as I apparently he likes to be called. I didn't know. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. At 12, geez, they're going low. Mateus Least at 12, Zachary Kimmy at 12, and Renee Binder at 12. There you go. Wow, that's low as. Yeah. Sorry, didn't expect that. Yeah, that's a first this year, right? It never went below 15 before.
Yeah, there wasn't any.
That's
And there's
new.
no percentages this year, so
What?
yeah, do you see them?
No, but
Okay.
then again,
Well, it's a little bit different this year, so I don't know if we explain the format, guys. This year it is still fantasy.indycar.com, but this year you have to go in and sign up with a an email address and a password. So you have to sign up all over again. And again, our league, you can, there's many leagues. Our league, you can just go to leagues, search leagues. You can type in ISCP Rivals. We're the only one, ISCP Rivals, and just click join. I guess a shout out to the other two. Well, I'm in 4 leagues, I think.
well, Elite IndyCar ran by some great guys we'll be seeing down Saturdays. Looking forward to seeing you guys. So it's Elite IndyCar. It's us and who the other two, baby? Miss Jesus. Ugh.
Well, me, I joined Indy Camping's league and
And
Team
I will
IndyCar Sirius.
I will be too. Both. I'll have plenty of time in the airport today soon to do that.
And the regular IndyCar one, which I think is IndyCar's league, I think.
I thought as soon as you signed up for a league for any league, you were automatically in IndyCar's league, but I
Actually,
guess
I
not.
wasn't. I was put into, I forget what the league was called. It was like called 500 Party Palace is the league I was put in when I signed in. So I was like, I don't know.
Ooh, I wonder what they do at the 500 Party Palace.
Eh, not
Sounds like a
sure.
good
So,
time. Almost like a party. God. Oh God.
that was
You
bad.
guys think I'm funny at night? In the morning, I am 10 times worse. Ugh. Let's just move on. What was the tiebreaker speed again? I'm sorry. Well, I mean, not tiebreaker speed, but like, what was the average speed? Because I missed that part.
I
Missy,
had 83, 93, 86, 89, 95.
thank you for being so quick with that info. To where I did not.
So just going over your entry list for this weekend. You have Joseph Newgarden in the number 1, Matthias Lace in the number 4, James Hinchcliffe in the number 5, Robert Wickens in the number 6, Scott Dixon in the number 9, of course, Ed Jones, as we know, taking over the number 10, Will Power, of course, in the number 12, Tony Kanaan in the number 14, new for this year, AJ Foyt. And then in the 15, you have Graham Rahal. In the number 18, you have Sebastian Bourdais. In the number 19, you have Zachary Clayman DeMello. The number 20, you have Jordan King. Number 21 is Spencer Piggott. The 22 car is Simon Pagino. The number 23 car will be Charlie Kimball. The number 26 car will be Zach Veach. The number 27 will be Alexander Rossi. The number 28 will be Ryan Hunter-Reay. Number 30 will be Takuma Sato. Renee Binder will be in the number 32 car for Juncos. Max Chilton will be in the number 59. Jack Harville will be in the number 60. Gabby Chavez will be in the number 88. And Marco Andretti is in the number 98 car this year. So that is your entry list for the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg.
Have you seen all the liveries yet?
I've seen some here and there, yes.
Favorites yet?
Uh, no, not yet.
Not for nothing,
But I've
Marco's
only seen
livery
a
is pretty
couple
cool.
though.
I have to give it to him. Yeah, Marco's Marco's livery is pretty awesome looking. I really like it. It's like a really like pewter gray with a black or something. Yeah, of course I'm a sucker freak for a good gray, you know.
Mm.
Anyways,
I did want to say there was an announcement this weekend too about it. Is it Firestone agreed to 2020 to be the sponsor? Was it? Oh, sorry guys, I should have had that up already for you.
it's okay. This is like the first show of the season. We're bound to be a little rusty, and light one normal host. So Christian will be here for the next one, definitely.
Oh, there we go. Firestone extends the GP of St. Pete title sponsorship until the year 2020. Yes. So they're the exclusive tire supplier, of course, as we know, in IndyCar for the last 19 years, and the title sponsor of the GP of St. Pete since 2014. And now they have branding, naming rights through 2020. So there you go. So that's great news that they're going to sponsor through 2020 for the St. Pete race. So it's awesome news. I just wanted to throw that out there. I know this is just a lowdown show, so we're just doing this, but it
Hey,
just came up, so
but
and we're there.
that just cements that St. Pete will be here for a long time to come, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. Nothing
So
but good.
I guess getting back to the lowdown. So thoughts on prices? Think they're pretty.
I think they're pretty wacky, wild, and weird. Especially going down to 12. I mean, how insulting can you make it?
Well, I mean, they are rookies,
I guess. I
and
mean, I don't think
if you
Ed Carpenter deserves to be sharing a spot with Kimball. Sorry, don't.
well, Ed Carpenter's not on here, so
I
he's
meant
not.
Kimball. I meant Kimball.
He's at $16.
Okay, who is Ed sharing the thing with? I'm sorry. This freaking.
Ed Carpenter's not racing
I
this
meant
weekend.
Ed Jones.
Oh, Ed Jones is sharing with Max Chilton.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Okay. So prove my point. You
Uh,
know, Indie Fantasy Challenge, if you run into a little bit of problems of like the servers being down and all, it's been an ongoing thing the past couple days. But just push through it and keep checking, like I am right now. Yep.
right. But I mean, I don't know. I think the prices are pretty okay. Although I don't know why Alexander Rossi all of a sudden jumped up to $25. So I don't like over say Sebastian Bourdais. Well, I get then again maybe because Sebastian Bourdais was out most of the season last year. Maybe that's why.
A huge reason. He's kind of improving coming off an injury.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he did race one race or two at the end of the year. I forget how many, but. But I think I'm okay with the prices pretty much. I mean, the guys at the bottom, I mean, they're all pretty much rookies and unproven. I mean, Renee Binder, you don't know what he's going to do on this track. He's never raced here. He's got a big learning curve to go. I mean, Zachary Clemente-Mello and Matthias Lace, they have raced on here at Indy Lights, didn't fare so well, in their races. I mean, Jack Harvey does have experience here, so I mean, he's at the bottom. You know, like Jordan King, again, he's never raced here. You don't really know what he's going to do. He's got a big learning curve too. Robert Wickens, another guy, he's got a big learning curve at the bottom here. Like I said, Zach Veach, I mean, he's got some experience here, but still, he's a rookie. Gabby Chavez, I mean, he's got experience here, but he hasn't raced in a couple of years. You know, was it been a year or 2 years now he hasn't raced?
Yeah, he's a bit rusty.
Consistently. I mean, he raced last year, but not here. And not consistently, so I'm okay with the prices for this week. I mean, I guess after the season starts and we see how it goes and see where everybody's placing, you know, they'll change that, so we'll see.
Right on. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get to the website, which kicked me off. I had to re-sign in because I don't know why that stay signed in button even exists next to it, and I can't get into it, so I don't know what I freaking lineup is.
Okay, so I'm just going to go at the weekend schedule while Frank figures out his lineup. So this weekend, today, which is Friday. We're doing this a day late, but it's Friday morning. A couple of guys have already.
Theater of the mind, Missy.
So IndyCar series will be practicing at 11:20 a.m. will be the first practice session, and then qualification for Pro Mazda Race 1 will be happening at 1:15 today, and it will be streaming on IndyCar.com. Indy Lights Race 1 qualifying will happen at 1:40. Again, that is streaming on IndyCar.com, as is the IndyCar practice that I mentioned before. And then the IndyCar practice 2 will happen at 3:10 p.m., which again is streaming on IndyCar.com. You already had the qualification for race 1 for USF 2000, and the surprise
surprise.
but the surprise with that was D-Force Racing takes the top qualifying spot for USF 2000 for race 1, and that was Jose Sierra. So there you go. And then Kyle Kirkwood was behind him with Cape Motorsports. And then in third was Kalen Frederick behind him with he's not with Team Pelfrey. He's with Paps. Is that right? Paps Racing, I believe.
If he was with Pelfrey last year, yes. He's with Paps now.
Yeah, so he's with Paps. So that was your top 3 there. Just throwing out because we just had him on recently. Keith Donegan, he did qualify 17th.
That just means he has plenty of cars to pass on his way to his first win.
Oh, that's true too, and he has a learning curve too because again, he hasn't raced here. But I say Kalen Frederick has an advantage because he's raced here before and he was in the series last year. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So just throwing it out there. So the rest of the schedule for tomorrow. Qualifications for race 2 for USF 2000 will happen at 7:30 a.m. Of course, they're saying it's not going to be streaming. Actually, none of the race 2 qualifications will be streaming for Pro Mazda or Indy Lights, which they say is happening at 7:30, 8, and 8:30. But
don't worry about guys. Just follow me on Facebook, and I'll be live streaming it. So there you go. Frank Linker, LINKR. Shoot me a friend request. I'll accept it.
And then USF 2000 Race 1 will happen tomorrow, Saturday at 10:15 a.m. And this is all Eastern Standard Time, guys, at IndyCar.com. That will be on Verizon IndyCar Series Practice 3 will be 11:10 a.m. IndyCar.com. Pro Mazda Race 1, 12:10 p.m. IndyCar.com. Indy Lights Race 1, 1:05 p.m. IndyCar.com. And Verizon IndyCar Series qualifications will happen at 2:20, and of course that will be streaming on IndyCar.com because they're unfortunately on ABC for the first race of the year. And race day, March 11th, Sunday. Final warm-up for IndyCar will be 8:45 a.m., which will be streaming on IndyCar.com. Indy Lights Race 2 will happen at 10:45 a.m., streaming on IndyCar.com. The ABC broadcast window, they start at 12:30 for the Firestone Grand Prix of St. Petersburg race. Again, that will be starting at 12:30 p.m. And then after the IndyCar race, it is not over because you will have Pro Mazda Race 2 at 4:30 p.m. and USF 2000 Race 2 happening at 5:25 p.m. Again, streaming on IndyCar.com. So don't forget about the 2 races after the IndyCar race, guys. For those guys. So that is your schedule for this weekend for the Grand Prix of St. Pete.
Oh, I found my lineup.
That's good. So what is it?
Seabass, Ed Jones, Passion, No, and Willpower with $1 left over, which I can't believe with that lineup. And yeah, so cool. Rock on me.
Average lap?
89 flat.
Okay. 89 flat. Okay.
Is that low?
No.
I mean,
fine.
From what I was hearing from you, it sounds a bit on the high side, but these cars, I'm gonna guess, is gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean the new cars. Who knows? We're not sure what they're, what's gonna happen with them. So that's another factor.
Just another reason why I can't wait to get there and find out for myself. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, and again, guys, very simple. Public leagues, Indy, ICP rivals. The more the merrier, and the more have already joined, and the more can join some more.
And my lineup, I went with I decided to go with Scott Dixon, Will Power, Tony Kanaan, and Ed Jones. And I went with 87.120 for my average lap speed.
You $1 bob me?
No, you said 89. I'm 87.
Close enough. $2, Bob.
I did have $2 left over. I did.
There you go.
Oh, the dollars you meant, not the speed.
Yeah, but it's all good.
Okay.
There you go.
But yeah, so that is my lineup.
And
good luck to everyone this weekend. So
that's right, and you can check all this out where, Missy? On all our social medias?
All social media will be located at www.theindysportscarpodcast.com. And again, if you're unsure of the schedules for things, that Missy did some fine work with posting the schedules for all of IndyCar and the MRTI series and where you can find it at. So don't forget to check that out.
She spent a lot of time and effort on the schedule, guys. So if you need to know when's what and where and everything, the IndySportsCarPodcast.com, check it out right there. And schedules, and they're all right there. Very nice and neat, orderly fashion, because that's the only way Missy does things. Because she's OCD to the fullest. You have no idea. So, I think, Missy, on that note, you know that I know that even Frank knows racing is here, and it's starting with the Firestone GP at St. Pete this weekend. You know? I do.